Hey, what's up everybody? I'm super excited today to show you guys a little bit of a peek behind the scenes of this project right here. Which is going to be Death Wish 2018, and I'm just going to be doing a sound design for a couple of scenes here where Paul Kersey is going out on his first run in the streets. And if you guys haven't seen this movie already, definitely check it out. It's a really good one. Absolutely fantastic cinematography and sound design, as well as music for the original. But we're going to be seeing what we can do with an Audiio Pro subscription from the ground up, everything from music to sound effects. You'll see exactly how I go about doing that in this video right here. And just so that way I'm fully transparent, I'm not sponsored by Audiio and I haven't been given any money by Audiio, so this is an entirely unbiased review. But if you guys do like this and you do want to check it out for yourselves, you can use my link down below for 70% off, and that will also help out the channel a little bit. With that being said, let's jump straight in. All right, so here we're just going to be gathering all of our assets that we need to create this project, and we're going to head over, of course, to audio.com. So we're going to be starting off here really simple with our soundtrack. We're going to look for some cinematic, tense type of atmosphere. Since this is a pretty hardcore type of movie, we want to have a soundtrack that is equally as dramatic, equally as tense, and we want to have it be a little bit thrilling. So let's go through here and see what we have. All right, so I'm really liking this sound, and I think this is what we're going to go with for the rest of the project. So now that we have our sound for music picked out, now we're going to go over and figure out what kind of sound effects we need. And just before we get started, there are a lot of sound effects on here, and it's kind of a little bit of a challenge to get through them all. The search function is still in beta, and I found that it can be a little bit finicky and a little bit frustrating to actually find all of the sounds that you're looking for, because some keywords don't really bring up results the way that you think that they would. It's definitely a little bit rough around the edges, but I think that over time they'll probably sort this out. But the good thing is that the sound effects are there. It just might take you a little bit of time to find them. But one of the things that I wanted to mention first and foremost is making sure that you have a really good file structure, so that way you can find your assets very easily and import them into DaVinci Resolve quickly as bins. So I always like to start off with a main folder for my project that's going to have all of my video. If I'm doing video with multiple cameras or other things like that, I'll create a separate folder for each of those. But since we're just working with this one clip, I don't need that. So we're going to do that. Then we're also going to have a bin for music, and we're going to have a separate bin for sound effects. And you can actually even do more separation than this. If you want to have like guns or something like that, you can pop bins for all of those, and that will be really great for separating your media so that we can find it really quickly. Or you can just use the internal search function in DaVinci Resolve inside of your sound effects bin to find some sound effects. But anyway, we're going to be going through audio, and we're going to be picking up all kinds of sound effects. We're going to pick up some engine noises so we can get some vrooms. We're going to pick up some car door openings and closings. We're going to pick up some car alarm sounds, some horns. We're going to pick up some water, some rain type sounds, just regular street sounds, cars driving on the street, some trains, dogs barking, chains rattling, just basically anything that you see in the clips that really stands out to you, you're probably going to want to get a sound effect for it. And so that's just kind of how I go through this. And this is actually the first time that I've ever done really intensive sound design like this. And like I said, even though the search function for audio is a little bit underwhelming, I think that it's perfectly passable. You're able to find pretty much anything that you want to find. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Audio are going to be doing in the coming months and years, adding more and more sound effects. Just so that way you guys know, I have a full perpetual license for both music and sound effects, so I don't pay monthly. I just paid one time and that's it. But if you guys aren't sure if you want to do this just yet, like I said, use my link down below. Get an Audio Pro subscription for 70% off. So instead of $100, it's going to be $30 for you guys. So that's really, really cheap, and it's a really low point of entry. So absolutely fantastic. I can't recommend Audio enough. And with this particular project, you can see that I went really overboard with all of the sound design. You can see that there are tons and tons and tons of sound effects all layered throughout here, and it really builds a nice soundscape. And you'll see that while I was finally mixing and mastering all of this stuff, I went in and used some reverb to add a little bit of space, or I would use some EQ to kind of make it feel like you're inside of a claustrophobic environment, things like that. And those types of little sound tweaks can really help out quite a bit. Obviously, if I spent even more time, I could probably make this sound even better, but I didn't want to go too overboard with this particular video since I don't want it to be too long. So with that being said, if you guys did like this video, definitely make sure to drop a like, smash that subscribe button. We're still working on getting up to 1,000 subs, and leave a comment down below. Do you guys have Audio? Have you tried it? Do you like another service better? Definitely leave your thoughts below. I'm really excited to hear them. And with that being said, I will leave you guys with the final product yet again.